remembering back to science, and for a lot of people, this was sort of the first year in high school science, or maybe it was before. Maybe my memory doesn't serve me well. But it was something that we learned that was called the combustion triangle. Or maybe you heard it as called a fire triangle. And the fire triangle is these three components that are a triangle that represent the three things that are needed to have a fire. You need oxygen, you need a heat source, and you need fuel. Fuel is the something to burn. It needs to continue to burn, whether it's wood, whether it's gasoline, whatever it might be, right? You need heat. That's that flash, that spark that you need to get going. And you need oxygen, something to keep it going, right? So where it comes to fat loss, we can have something that's considered the fat loss fire triangle. And the oxygen, the thing to keep it going, it's probably the nutrition changes. It's making sure you're in a calorie deficit. The only way you can continually lose body fat is to be in a calorie deficit. So that represents probably the oxygen in the fire triangle. The nutrition changes. The fuel source is something to burn. That is that progressive resistance training, because you need to fuel the changes in your body in burning more fat. And of course, after the deficit's taken care of, you need resistance training, but you need it in a progressive fashion. You need to progressively make it more challenging, more complicated, whatever it might be. The purpose of this is that it changes over time. And then thirdly, you need a heat source. You need something like a flashpoint, a kickstart. And usually the heat source sparks everything, and it's able to have itself keep going. And for this, I think it's cardio. You need cardio, you need nutrition changes, and your resistance training. And each of them has its own component and its own purpose in this fire triangle. But most likely, if you're missing one of the three, you're not going to have a complete burn. You're not going to have a sustainable fat loss fire, if you want to call it that. The missing component is going to not allow it to be continuous. And it's going to be a little bit of a spark and not much of a change. So remember, if you want to lose body fat, remember the fire triangle of fat loss.